Hello. Pull. Oh. Woo. Yeah. Woohoo.
A pleasant day, everyone. I'm Francis Jan Denzel Maglaya, and in this video, I'm going to dissect a pig's kidney. And after that, I will point and name their parts, and I will discuss their functions. So first, let me discuss the kidney. The kidneys are vital organs responsible for filtering the blood, removing waste products, regulating fluid and electrolyte balance, and producing hormones. There are also three major processes in the kidney, which are the filtration, reabsorption, and secretion. Renal filtration is the initial step in the formation of urine. After filtration, the filtrate enters the renal tubules, where essential substances like glucose, ions, and water are absorbed into the bloodstream. Renal secretion is the process of actively moving certain substances such as drugs and hydrogen ions from the blood into the renal tubules. So now, we begin. Now, we can see small holes, which are the renal artery and the renal vein. What I'm pointing now is the renal artery. The renal artery is a vital blood vessel that carries oxygenated blood to the kidneys. Its primary function is to supply the kidneys with the blood they need for their various essential functions, which include filtration, regulation of blood pressure, maintenance of fluid and electrolyte balance, and lastly, removal of waste products. Below it is the renal vein. The renal vein is a blood vessel responsible for carrying the oxygenated blood away from the kidney and returning to the circulatory system. Its main function is to transport that filtered blood that has passed through the kidney filtration and reabsorption process. Blood filtration, waste elimination, return to circulation, and lastly, maintaining overall homeostasis are the example of renal vein functions. Now, what I'm pointing is the renal cortex. The renal cortex is the outer region of the kidney, and it plays a crucial role in several important functions within the kidney. These functions are related to the initial stages of blood filtration and the regulation of various aspects of kidney physiology. This is now our renal medulla. The renal medulla is the innermost part of the kidney and is made up of a series of cone-shaped structures called renal pyramids. The renal medulla is usually darker in color compared to the renal cortex, which is the outer region of the kidney. The renal medulla is rich in nephrons, which are the functional units of the kidney responsible for filtering blood and producing urine. In addition, we have 1 million nephrons in each kidney. The medulla is also where the loops of Henle, which are critical for the concentration and dilution of urine, are located. The renal medulla is a critical part of the kidney with several functions. It is primarily responsible for concentrating urine, which is essential for maintaining the body's fluid and electrolyte balance. This part now is what we call the renal pelvis. The hollow area in the center of the kidney is the renal pelvis. The primary function of the renal pelvis into the urinary system is that it collects urine that is produced by the nephrons in the kidney and transport this urine to the ureter for further elimination from the body. This is now the fibrous capsule. Fibrous capsule forms a firm, smooth covering to the kidney. The fibrous capsule is a layer of defense connective tissue that surrounds and encases the kidney, serving several functions such as protection and structural support. What I will point now is the renal column. Renal column is the extension of the renal cortex. These columns consist of renal cortex tissue and play a role in supporting the structures within the renal medulla. They also contain blood vessels, nephrons, and collecting tubules. And lastly, renal columns help to divide the kidney into distinct pyramidal structures and provide a structural framework for the kidney. If it's lighter, it is the renal column, and if it's darker, it is the renal medulla.